Hi, guys. I'm so excited to be here talking to you. I really missed last week. My son Leo was sick, probably not with the coronavirus, just with something that 11-month-olds get sick with occasionally. And so I've been out of commission. And like so many of you, my life has changed drastically in the last few weeks. But I don't really want to focus on what's going on in the world right now. I think it is so important now more than ever to focus on what we want to create because the future is entirely in our hands. And we're seeing how we really are all one, right? The entire world is being affected at the same time. And so it's so important that those of us that have more knowing about oneness and understanding how the world actually works, that what we think is real is really very much an illusion, and that we have the power within ourselves to start controlling the future, to be the ones that step up and actually start utilizing that power. And so, to start with, I want to really empower you to step into your own power. Because when we focus on fear, all we do is create more fear, and we perpetuate fear all around us, right? It's a ball, and it keeps rolling, and it spreads, and it's created and recreated. But when we have feelings of growth, of abundance, of there is enough for everyone, that is what will start being created. The more people that can focus on those sorts of feelings, that sort of future. So I think an amazing thing that you can do for yourself right now, especially if you're stuck at home and aren't able to go out, is to make a vision board. And those of you that have heard the term vision board before probably think of it as something like putting a mansion on a piece of poster board and a fancy sports car and things like that, things that you want to envision for your future. But I would like to challenge you to make a little bit of a different kind of vision board while you're stuck at home. Why don't you make a vision board for what you would like your summer to look like this year? Right? So maybe it is a vision board with a picture of a swing set and a park, and or a picture of your kids playing outside last year, a picture of a baseball stadium because you'd like to go see baseball games this year. Whatever you would want your summer to look like. And if a red sports car is involved, that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying while you're stuck at home and there's so much uncertainty about the future, start creating the future that you want and start getting excited about it. Okay, because you're absolutely a creator and you have the ability to create something new. And yes, right now, most of us are stuck in a situation, staying home a lot more than we might want to. Although, as a mom of two little kids, I stay home most of the time anyway. But uh, it feels a little different because it's enforced, and so it's a lot different. But um, this is an amazing time to not focus on what's happening right now. So there's definitely a use for the power of now, right? There always is. And there's always something to be grateful for in any moment. But sometimes that leads us to dwelling on feeling like we can't change the situation we're in. So, right now, I think looking forward to the future is incredibly important, and not with fear, with excitement for what could be. So, um, I would love to hear your thoughts about what's going on right now. And really, the best thing all of us can do is to start creating and not focus on the fear. If you're feeling fear, it's not unusual, right? I've definitely had my heart skip a few beats when I went to the store and all the shelves were cleared, right? And don't normally pay any attention to the news, but I have um, read the news a few times this week. And, Phil and I are both nurses. I I don't work anymore, but Phil does. And so, he's definitely dealing with some of the shortages right now, and that's a little bit alarming for me. But I can't control any of those things in this moment. Yes, I can control my reactions to them, but me focusing on worrying about these things that I cannot control in this moment does no good for anyone. And I believe that it does actually harm um, me. Certainly, it harms how I perceive the moment, but I believe it's also sending out more thoughts of lack and more thoughts of fear into the universe that will affect others as well. And so every time that I have one of those reactions to something that's happening, I try to catch myself and I try to tell myself, there's enough for everyone. And this, next time I walk into this store, the shelves are going to be full. And it's sort of like a mantra that I repeat to myself. And that is how you make changes, is you change the story you're telling yourself in your head. And even if the new story you're telling yourself isn't what you're seeing right now with your eyes, the more you tell it to yourself, the more it will become your future that you do see with your eyes. So, all the love in the world to you guys. I would love to hear from you, your thoughts, how you're feeling about everything that's going on.